Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another Bitcoin video. Quick one today. Just going to go over briefly what's happened in the last 24 hours since I made the last video. And the main thing that has happened that we do need to be watching is the fact that Bitcoin has broken down now from the ascending channel formation. We have this ascending channel formation, which of course is a pattern of exhaustion, breaks for downside, generally speaking, around 70% of the time. We've said over and over and over again that March is going to be a red month. We've said that because of a couple of reasons. One of which being the fact that January and February combined were very, very strong months, with January being the strongest January month we've seen since 2013. So we had a massive move to the upside, obviously around 64, 65%, 62%, sorry. And we've had, not much of a correction ever since then. We had a 10% correction here in February, but other than that, not really. So this pattern of exhaustion and specifically the placement of it, which is at the 25.2K resistance zone, which we were retesting, was pretty indicative of the fact that we're going to see a downwards move. And we did in fact see that downwards move, and we're seeing it now. So Bitcoin right now is breaking down. 4-hourly chart does indicate that very well. We had support stemming from January 19th through to support on the 14th of February. We held it for a small amount of time there, with a 4-hourly candle just closing just above it, but ultimately we have broken down now. It is worth noting, however, right now on Bitcoin, we are in a shorter term descending channel formation, so we could actually see a chance of a small reversal here. This breakdown, in my opinion, is not confirmed yet. Okay, and there's two reasons for this. One of which is what I just said, right? We have a descending channel formation, so ultimately we could see a bounce off support at 21.6K, do something like that, break back into it. That could very well happen. The other of which is the fact that the total cryptocurrency market cap is yet to break down. In fact, the total cryptocurrency market cap chart is holding support right now on support. It's holding very strongly, in fact. That is not broken down yet. So this breakdown on Bitcoin, although it has technically happened, I personally do not see as valid yet. I think we do need to see a breakdown on the total cryptocurrency market cap chart before we say it's valid. If we don't see that total cryptocurrency market cap chart breakdown, it is highly probable that Bitcoin could just bounce out of this and bounce back into the channel formation and then continue upwards for a retest of 25K. So right now, yeah, we've broken down. I don't think it's a particularly valid breakdown yet. I think that we still need to see that breakdown on the total cryptocurrency market cap chart. We could be seeing that, if we're going to see it realistically, given the fact that Bitcoin and Ethereum have broken down. This is the Ethereum chart. If we're going to see a breakdown, it should be, sooner rather than later. I'm thinking the next couple of days. If we don't break down on the total cryptocurrency market cap chart in the next couple of days, we very well will break back into that channel on Bitcoin, and we'll be back in consolidation territory, which will lead to a very boring March. But provided this breakdown is legitimate, which is not yet, provided it is legitimate, I am expecting Bitcoin to trend downwards further. I am expecting Bitcoin to go to about 20K-ish region, potentially even a little bit lower. I've spoken about my reasons for this in the past before, one of which being the fact the bull market support band and the 200-day SMA are in that price region, as well as the fact that we have a green horizontal support box in that price region. It's quite clear that that's the next region of support below any of these levels. So again, main things you need to be watching in the next kind of 24, 48 hours, the next couple of days, is the total cryptocurrency market cap chart. Go ahead and draw that line in on your chart. Once we break down there, that's when you can start really taking short positions. That's when you can start really seeing this breakdown as valid. As of right now, I do see it as still pending, as still kind of up in the air. Could flip either way. So we have a few questions that I posted a little post here on the community Telegram, community YouTube page, I should say. I said, leave some questions you have about Bitcoin technical analysis below, and I'll answer them in my next video. And so I'm answering them now. We've got a few questions here. I haven't actually read them through. This will be my first time reading them. So I'll start by reading them out, and then I'll answer as many as I can here that I see as valid. So I've got the first one here. It says, "Hi Wolf, I'd like to know, basically saying, what do you look for in indicators to see if a breakdown is confirmed and to enter trade?" So this is something a lot of people struggle with, right? You have a structure, you have a charting pattern. For example, let's just draw one on the screen here. Say you have a triangle formation, and say you have the price bouncing around within that triangle formation. You might see a fake out. You might actually come back down from the triangle before the actual breakout. So how can you determine whether that triangle formation is, that breakout is a fake out or whether it's an actual breakout? Because I'll tell you right now, as a trader, the number one way people lose money in trading is by fake outs. 100% sure about that, because charting patterns as they are very straightforward. It's fake outs that make them complicated, and it's correlation to other assets like Bitcoin that make them slightly complicated as well. So what I'll tell you is this: the one thing you should be doing, in fact, there's three things you should be doing, and this is just off the top of my head. Again, I haven't read these questions yet. RSI is incredibly important when looking at charting patterns. If you have the RSI, okay, generally speaking, the RSI, well, not always, but generally speaking, the RSI will match the charting price pattern in some way. The RSI will then break out before the charting price pattern. Okay, so you'll have the chart. So, for example, price is bouncing between the triangle will still be consolidating. At the same time, the RSI will have broken to the upside. That is indicative of the fact that when that chart does break to the upside, that's an actual confirmed breakout. So you can compare charting patterns on the RSI to charting patterns on the actual price chart itself. And if the RSI is broken out as well on those same structures, that confirms the move as valid, and that makes the chance for a fake out very unlikely. What you don't want to be doing is you don't want to be entering a price, you don't want to be entering a coin that is broken out in the price chart, but is still at resistance on the RSI. That is a sign that it's going to be a fake out. That is a sign that it's very high risk. Another way you can look at it, for example, if you've got a triangle formation, is you can bring up volume. If you're looking for an upside break, for example, the coin's broken to the upside, you're not sure if it's a valid breakout yet. If the volume has started uptrending, the volume has started increasing in the time that it's been broken out, that is an indicator that, people are buying, people are rushing in, and that is going to drive the breakout upwards. Whereas if the volume is decreasing, or if the volume is flat while the price is breaking out, that is an indication that perhaps you've drawn the market pattern wrong, or perhaps people aren't very interested in buying, and hence the breakout isn't going to work because no one's buying. Obviously, you need people to buy for a breakout to work. So one of which is RSI, the other of which is volume, another of which is Bitcoin. So for example, if Bitcoin's at very strong resistance, and we've broken out in the altcoin, Bitcoin's still at strong resistance. So if Bitcoin rejects, that altcoin's not going to go up, that altcoin's going to go back down. So make sure to cross-check with Bitcoin. I suppose another way, if you want to really simplify it, is just wait for time. So for example, daily candle closes above the market pattern, multiple candles above the market pattern, resistance support flips are very good ones, because if you see a resistance support flip, what you've done is you've broken out, you've come back down, you bounced off support on the market pattern. That has validated that people are looking at that market pattern because they wouldn't have bought if it didn't bounce in support, and that could be sign for a fake out there. So again, RSI, we're looking at volume, we're looking at Bitcoin correlation, we're looking at resistance support flips, and time. There's multiple ways to do it. I've just listed a few of them there that I use regularly. Another question here. Let me just read this over. So this guy's basically asking if someone had $20,000, for example, would they make any investments, or would they just split it up into chunks and trade with it? So basically, do you believe in holding? He's asking me, do I believe in holding coins? At a very generalized level, that's what he's asking me. I don't necessarily believe in holding coins, even during a bull market, but especially during a bear market. I don't think holding coins is a good idea. I think that holding coins leads you to fall in love with the coin, and it convinces you to invest way more money in a specific coin than you should be, and it convinces you not to diversify. You've seen it happen over and over and over again. You look at people in bull markets, they fall in love with like one or two coins, they put all their money in those coins, and they miss out on the entire rest of the market. It's not a good idea to hold coins. The best thing you could be doing, if you're really actually truly dedicated to making money in cryptocurrency, the best thing you can do is put the time investment in and learn how to trade. If you know how to trade, you don't need to care about investments. You don't need to care about altcoin fundamentals. It doesn't matter. It's all irrelevant because trading is so much more profitable. Jumping in and out of the market at specific price points, not really caring about fundamentals of certain coins, just getting in, getting out before anything bad can happen, is the way you make the vast majority of money. Holding is okay if you are if it's a bull market, okay, and you've fully disciplined yourself that you're not going to fall in love with an altcoin. You're going to diversify your portfolio. That's when you hold. Bull market, and you don't fall in love with an altcoin. You diversify. Any other circumstances, I do not recommend holding. I would highly suggest trading. And even in those circumstances, I still would say that if you're a good trader, you'd rather trade. That's my opinion on that. Okay, so let's read another one here. Hi Wolf, how likely is it for Bitcoin to drop back below 19k or between 17k and 19k? I see it as pretty unlikely that Bitcoin goes below 19k. I have discussed even in this video here that 19k itself is probably possible. Below 19k is relatively unlikely, and I think once we get below those levels, we're looking at danger zones for Bitcoin. Specifically, bull market support band, the lowest point of that right now is 19.7. Even the 8-year uptrending, 8 years? I think it's 8-year uptrending support line, this yellow line here that's stemming all the way back from, let's see, back here from, if the chart loaded, back here from 2013, so 10-year long support line, that is currently sitting at around 17.5k-ish, but that's uptrending, so that will be moving upwards quite fast. So I don't think it's very likely to go below 19k. If we do go below 19k, it might be a wick, If we drop below 17k, that's just, you know, that's gone there for Bitcoin. That's back to new lows for sure. But I don't see it as particularly likely. No, I think the lowest point will probably go will be around 19 to 20k. So moving forward to another question. So Christy asks, which 3 to 5 TA methods do you recommend people learn? If you're trying to learn how to trade, you're trying to learn how to swing trade, trying to learn how to scalp trade, even if you're just trying to analyze the market as an investor, it is absolutely crucial, I cannot stress this enough, that you at least, at the bare minimum, understand market patterns, candlestick patterns, and how to identify resistance and support zones. If you don't know those 3 things, you should not have your money anywhere near a financial market. Market patterns, candlestick patterns, and identifying support and resistance zones. Bang. Those are the 3 most fundamental things you can learn. If you're trying to take it further than that, you can do RSI patterns, divergences. You can do Bollinger Bands to understand when the price is going to move. You can do volume analysis. You can do a variety of things, but those 3 things are absolutely crucial. You need to, I can't stress it enough, you need to understand those 3 things, specifically market patterns and resistance and support, right? Candlestick patterns are, you know, they work, but market patterns specifically and resistance support zones are absolutely fundamental, absolutely crucial. Moving forward again. So Tio says, if we broke that 10-year support line and the 4-year cycle theory, where do we think Bitcoin will go? If we were to break the 4-year cycle theory, I see the only scenario in us breaking that 4-year cycle theory would be during this cycle here. And I think the only way it could possibly do that is if the recession does in fact drag Bitcoin downwards. And in that case, if we were to go downwards with traditional markets, I don't know exactly where Bitcoin will go in terms of price point because it's impossible to tell because I don't know how far the S&P is going to go down. But I can say that it probably will bottom out with traditional markets, and that will probably be, look off the top of my head, I can't quite remember. I think I said probably early 2024. I don't know exactly what I said, but I did do an analysis on that a while ago. I'm not really focused on traditional markets too much right now because I've made my opinion quite clear on that. I don't think they'll drag Bitcoin downwards. Perhaps they'll halter Bitcoin's growth, but I don't think they'll drag it downwards. But yeah, Bitcoin, if it breaks the 4-year cycle theory, will bottom out with traditional markets for sure. That's my personal opinion on that one. Moving forward on weekly time frame, there is bearish MACD cross coming in. There's also monthly bullish MACD cross coming in. Yeah, so when it comes to weekly chart and monthly chart MACD crosses, specifically monthly chart MACD crosses, you need to be a little bit careful. Same thing with RSI. Yes, they mean things, but given the fact that they're such high time frames, you can see a monthly bullish MACD cross and you will go up in a macro scale, but you can still see 2 red months consecutively because the monthly chart is very diluted. It's a very diluted way to look at Bitcoin, so that's very important as well. Let me go ahead and look at another one. Christian says, hey Wolf, what's the probability of retesting the lows? Retesting the November lows again this year? I don't think it's likely because you have to understand that in order to retest the lows at 15k, we would have to be breaking below quite a few things, such as bull market support band, such as the 10-year uptrending support line. So it's not like we're in. You see, this is what people get. They misunderstand, right? People misunderstand. They think that we're in a range. They think that we're in a horizontal range in the price chart, and that means that we can simply go downwards and revisit the bottom of the range. That's what people believe. The thing is we're not. The thing is we're not in a horizontal range. Yes, we are a horizontal range of a daily chart, a very diluted way of looking at Bitcoin. But you have to understand, there's a 10-year support line, as well as bull market support band, as well as 200 SMA, 50 SMA, as well as the Gaussian channel. There's many things that are between Bitcoin and 15.4K. If we were to lose them all, I don't think we'd be retesting it. I think we'd be dropping below it, right? That's why I said before, if we lose 19K, I'm starting to lean towards the bearish argument. Specifically, if we lose 18K, I'm starting to say there's new lows, right? Right now, I'm macro bullish. I think the bottom's in. I believe the 4-year cycle theory, but I'm not going to believe that until we go all the way down, right? There's only a certain price point Bitcoin can go below before that starts looking very unlikely. So I don't think we'll retest for new low. I don't think we'll retest for lows at 15.4K. I think if we get anywhere near that point, we'll actually go down below it. That's my opinion on that. So thank you for watching, guys. Check out the Crypto Academy. Learn how to trade. I spoke a bit about indicators here, what you need to learn, and this is one of the ways you can do it here. 10-unit course developed by myself and Megawa Crypto. Excellent analyst in the cryptocurrency space. Go ahead and check him out. I work very closely with him. And check out this course if you want to learn how to trade for sure. And then also the BitGet exchange, 5 times lower fees than Binance. We've got non-KYC as well. 15% trading fee discount for life for signing up for this exchange, and you'll get access to a reward center with 5,000 USD in rewards for completing tasks that you can get access to if you sign up using my referral link. Best way to help the channel for sure, and best way to help yourself as a trader. Go ahead and sign up there. Referral links in the description below. Okay, guys, VIP group is the final thing I want to shout out. If you're interested in trading altcoins, every second day we post altcoin trade signals in the VIP group. We're very profitable. You can check out the results for Q4, and the Q1 results will be releasing in roughly 3 weeks. So thank you for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.